Hello everyone, welcome back to more Magic the Gathering Arena. Look at this, the format they brought back is Quick Draft Zendikar, or is, well, the Quick Draft format is Zendikar Rising again, and we're reasonably experienced at that, so let's have some fun. Ooh. Oh, there's this red card. I don't really remember if this is any good. I looked at it and thought it was like kind of meh. Could be good in some decks. Sajiri Shelter is a pretty good white combat trick for sure. Vine Gecko is fine in blue-green. The rest is not that great. So what I want to do is look up like just how good is Volakut Exploration. In this guy's in the draft guide that I've generally been using. Oh, I forgot. That's the problem. There isn't like there isn't a channel fireball for this that's free. Right? I think this is, yeah, you have to like pay for it, right, for this format. That's why I never found out exactly how good this is. So here's someone like what? I don't understand how to use Draft Sim. It's got a list. If I like open the source, will it tell me anything useful? No. I have to like look through the pictures. Oh no, they actually put the text on the page. That's very, very thoughtful. So it's ranked 116th, which is at the bottom of great first picks. Is that right? Am I understanding this correctly? No. It's at the bottom of above average cards. Okay. And Core Blademaster, I assume, is like not really all that great, but I'll look. Oh, it's actually like right next to Volakut Explosion, just a tiny bit better, it says. Sajiri Shelter, I kind of like better than those, yeah, and it is rated just a bit higher. Not much, it's all pretty close. And lastly, we have Vine Gecko, which I'm not that impressed with. It actually ranks it quite a bit better. Right at the very worst card in the great first picks section. Alright, that's fine. And a couple dozen positions ahead of the other stuff we were looking at. Okay, fine. I'll take your word for it, I guess. Pick up Vine Gecko. Another Vine Gecko? Or we've got this Tangled Florahedron. But I think we want another Vine Gecko, right? Like, how good can Florahedron really be? It's fine. It's good, even. But I think I would just rather have another Gecko and be, like, ready to really do some kick stuff. Cinderclasm, I mean, it's kickable. Not something I'm excited to pick up at the moment, I don't think. I'll probably just take this, well, I don't know. Here's a green thing. Hagra Constrictor? I mean, we have some counter synergy here, but it's really more of like kicker synergy. I think I'm most inclined to just take this to have a flexible land so I can run more real creatures or real spells and fewer like basic lands. Yeah, and it says Vasswood Fortification is fine. Out of curiosity, how good is Cinderclasm? Not very good. It's at the bottom of like solid playables. Okay. How good is Spare Supplies? Not that great. Not quite unplayable. Alright. Now, Relic Amulet is good, but we don't have that deck. So, okay, we'll just take the Fortification. Veteran Adventurer? I mean, we're not going to have a ton of party stuff, probably. I think we just take a kickable blue thing is like the idea. Oh, or this. A kickable green thing, which is like even better, I think. Don't get me wrong, Geyser Mage is pretty good, I think. But I believe Gnarlid Colony is better. It thinks they're pretty close. But we're already in green. What do you think of Veteran Adventurer? Also pretty close to those, but I have a lot more kicker synergy to make, and counter synergy. Like, these two are great buddies. I think I'm clearly preferring this over a party thing that I don't have any synergy for. I mean, we could pick this up and try to go green-white landfall. But I don't really want to do that. Or we could take like a Nissa Zendikon. I think Glacial Grasp is just not very good. It's a pretty aggressive thing to play, like a very fast deck. And I don't think a deck with kickers in it is going to want to do that. We don't have kickers yet, or not many, but like pretty much all of our cards care about that. We could, like, this is blue, and green-blue is the kicker theme, but this does not really work in the green-blue deck. It's more of a red-blue card, I think. So I'm inclined to take Nissa Zendikon. I don't like it very much. It's, like, sometimes playable, is what this thing says. There are definitely better cards here. But given that like all we have is green and none of these really encourage me to leave green, we could take Pyroclastic Hellion. I'm sure it's a better card than that. Yeah, it's substantially better if you like don't have any other cards in your deck yet. But like not hugely better. So I think that given that we have green, we'll just pick up a Zendikon and see if that ends up being useful at some point. Kazul's Fury. I mean, it is a finisher. What is the red-green deck? Oh, right. It's like more landfall, basically. But not as much. Not as good. These are all pretty bad. Given that we're trying to do kicker stuff. So I think I should just try to maybe pick up something that works on my card. I mean, like, I don't know. I could take Spare Supplies and maybe run it and it doesn't commit me to another color yet. Or just take Kazul's Fury as like, hey, if I end up going red, it'll be a great card. And if I don't, then whatever. I don't even know if it would be a great card in red, honestly. I think I want the Spare Supplies. Skyclave Sentinel has kicker, and it's a flyer, which green has trouble dealing with. I think I'll take it. This makes kicker cards cheaper, right? Yeah. As well as, of course, benefiting from casting them. Maybe I'm overdoing it on the kicker stuff, but I think Spell Shield is better than anything else here. And another one? Sure. And a third? I'm not happy, but maybe I am happy. I don't know. You can kick it for 0, right? If you have one of these guys out? You still have to pay the blue to cast it, but the kicker spell, the kicker cost goes away. Negate. Not a very good card, I think, but it can sometimes do some pretty amazing stuff. This deck is not going that well, I think. Oh my god, it's another Omnath. Really? I don't know if that's the right thing to do right now. We've already done this deck once. And it was okay. I did go five wins. I think. Maybe it was even 6. I don't remember. But like, I'm not really gonna have any ways to do anything with it besides gain 4 health, 4 life. It does draw a card. Like it's a great card if you can play it, but I don't want to run all these other colors for it. I don't think. So let's not. Okay, here's a blue dual-sided land. That's a dual-faced land, I should say. That's a combat trick on the other face. Tended Healer is a great card, but I think we're playing blue-green pretty much, right? So we take Might of Murasa, a just totally great kicker card. This is a ramp kicker card, which I don't need right now. We could take Skyclave Sentinel, but nah. Might of Murasa can do a lot when you kick it. And even when you don't, it's fine. Just like a big draw. My curve is pretty low right now. I think that's okay. The other thing I could take is the Stalker, which could very slowly get in some damage, but I think I'll go for draw. I mean, it's a kicker spell. I think we want the Royal Mage probably, right? Like, I'm having a little trouble understanding when you would use this. You use it, I guess, like, okay, one possibility is you have a large creature that you want them to block a bunch of stuff with and kill it all. But I think more often you use it to make them block a 1/1 or something, and you swing with a couple of 3/3s and get in some damage and kill them. As sort of a finisher. But I think I'd rather have the Royal Mage. I mean, this is a 3-mana card, which is nice. I'm a little bit light on 3s at the moment, in that all I have is 1 Skyclave Sentinel. And I don't have many instances. Well, I have... I mean, actually, I have Might of Murasa, Skyclave Plunder, and 3 Spell Shields. And... no, that won't work on this, because when it's in your graveyard, it's only a land. And Adventure Awaits. I actually have quite a lot. So this could return some big stuff to me. But it's, like, I don't know. It's a very valuable late game card, I guess. Okay, fine. I guess I should have, like, looked it up, right? Royal Mage or Arbor Mage. I think Arbor Mage is generally worse, but not by much. Oh, is that right? Yeah, they're all very close together. But it doesn't mind me picking this, and I don't have any reason to not pick to pick the Arbor Mage instead, I think. This is all junk. Yeah, we're not going to have any kind of party stuff going on. We have Wizards and Lizards, and that's about it. So I think Deliberate might actually be fine. How good is Deliberate? I assume bad? Sometimes playable. Well, fair enough. Broken Wings? I don't have much that deals with flyers, just the 1 Arbor Mage. I think this is fine. Ooh. Now, we don't have any, like, land synergies, except that we are running 1 Vastwood Fortification that we could play as a land, then pick up and play as a spell. But this is a big creature. Alternatively, we could take the Royal Mage, which I think is better. We've got a lot of useful stuff to return, I think. And it's a kicker card and a playable 2-drop. Living Tempest, just as like trying to have some kind of finisher. I think it's better than Scale the Heights. Just have like a heavy card in the deck. Maybe another Skyclave Sentinel, actually. I don't want a 4th Spell Shield. Are you insane? Like, I've only got, so far, the 2 Kicker Synergy cards. Where are they? Here. I need something else to justify all the kicker shit I'm taking. I don't think I can just take another Spell Shield, or really a Negate. So I think it's between Skyclave Sentinel and Skyclave Plunder. This is just like a 5-mana draw 3, even if you don't have anything in your party, which is okay. It's not great by any means. I won't have anything in my party most of the time, I suspect. So it's just 5-mana draw 3, which doesn't seem that great. I think I'll just take this. It's a playable creature that can be great in the late game. And another one? Probably better than Anti-Cognition, right? Yeah. Okay, spare supplies. More Broken Wings. Might be a bit much. We'll see. None of these matter at all. All right, last pack. Oof. Good red-black card. Here's a nice kicker synergy kind of thing. I think I'll take it. Could take another Might of Marasa. But this is a playable 3-drop that also has kicker and can get me back some useful stuff. Oh, I thought this was the blue-green thing briefly. Iridescent Hornbeetle. I mean, I don't have much that puts counters on things. I have this 1 Vastwood Fortification and 2 Vine Geckos, and I guess the Gnarlid Colony? And several Skyclave Sentinels. It might actually do something. That's interesting. I think it's better than anything else, but not very good. I'll sideboard it. We're already at 21 cards, so I need to be pretty picky about what actually goes in the deck. Obviously, I can just pick stuff up and cut it later. I'll probably be cutting some of this stuff, though. Another Royal Mage, okay. Really wish I had gotten, like, Roost of Drakes. Might of Marasa is fine. A 2-mana thing that puts a counter on something, I guess? Sure. A Stomper? Okay. Some draw? I wouldn't really be playing any of the other cards. I don't think I would play another one of these, but maybe I would. Another Living Tempest, probably over like a 3rd Broken Wings. Might of Marasa again. I don't know, maybe I'm overdoing it, taking the kicker stuff, but... I don't think Cleric of Chill Depths is really worth that much. It would be a Cleric, right, which would improve my Skyclave Plunders, but I'm not even really sure I'm running those, and it's not that strong when you play it, so... I don't know. I don't really want any of this. Alright, so how do we fix up this deck? No, that's not the button. I meant this button. Okay, so we have obviously too many cards. I'm thinking some of the spell shields can go. They don't really do anything at all. How are we for colors? I'm a little more green. It's like, I don't know. For 2 mana to give something hexproof is almost like a counterspell. So it can definitely do something on occasion. Oh, you know, I could call this a land, I guess. Cut a forest for it. Figuring I'll probably play it as a forest most of the time, but if I draw it late enough, I can play it as a spell. That's fine. And the amount of draw that I have 2 Skyclave Plunders. I think that's basically it, right? Well, I have Adventure Awaits, Deliberate. A couple like cantrips, basically. I think that's probably fine, since my curve is skewing pretty heavily towards 2-drop. But a lot of this stuff is kicker cards, right? So I don't think I really want a ton of draw when I can play my little creatures as if they were big creatures. So let's maybe get this Skyclave Plunder out of here, at least one of them. Honestly, probably both. And now we're getting somewhere. I think I want to keep all the Sentinels. In which case I maybe don't need the Broken Wings so badly. Yeah, let's do something like this. What about this Kazandu Stomper, though? Is it actually better to draw than to draw a Skyclave Plunder? To, like, draw 3? Would I prefer 3 random cards from my deck to this thing? Well, of course, the problem is you have to pay to draw those 3 random cards, right? But they could have kicker? I don't know. I think I prefer the Stomper. Okay, this seems like a pretty bad deck. Let me just make sure the mana base is still right, actually, since I cut some stuff. Looks fine. This looks like a not good deck. I don't think we're gonna go very far with this one. I tried to take some kicker stuff, and like, my first 3 cards were all kicker synergy, and then after that, it just was nothing. And so I tried to throw together some reasonable curvy stuff. I don't know. We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised to go like 2 wins, honestly. But at least we have some aggression. Adventure Awaits is an okay 2-drop, honestly. It's not great, but it can, you know, it kind of acts like 6 cards in a way. Problem is it's very bad on tempo, obviously. Blue, black. Okay, so we're going to be dealing with flying rogues or something? Or just rogues in general, which often can fly. Okay, flying non-rogues apparently. Oh, that's a nice pickup. Do I want another one? Would I rather have a 2/3 defender, flying defender, or this Royal Mage? I'm not going to be able to kick either of them for a long time. So it's like a 2-mana 2/1 or a 3-mana 2/3 flyer. I think I should have the 3-mana flyer, right? It would be really nice someday to pick up Adventure Awaits again and go digging for another creature. But I can't do that anytime soon. Maybe I should have cut some of those spell shields. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to play another Skyclave so that we can deal with the menace. See, these are actually pretty adequate at dealing with that. I would like to save it, of course, to kick it, but now I can stop opponent getting in 4 damage a turn, which is pretty valuable. If opponent attacks anyway, I'm willing to block and see if they have a combat trick, and if they do, I can probably spell shield my way out of it. Okay. Let's block like this, see what's up. What's blue-black gonna have? I don't know. Okay, they're just putting the creature back into hand. Okay, so they were just doing this to get some damage in, I guess. I wondered if that might be the case. If they're just trying to get in some damage. It seems a little weird to play this to do 4 damage. 3 damage, actually. I have a lot of Mighty Marasa here. A Vine Gecko is a good pickup, and I don't mind a Royal Mage, I think. Since I can actually play it next turn if I like. And this is a great source of counters, since every card in my hand currently has Kicker. So if opponent swings with everything, I block a 2/2 again. And they still get in for like 6, which is pretty upsetting. I didn't want to risk trying to block this because I don't know, maybe it's greedy, but I wanted to make the Shell Shield actually playable with Kicker. Or maybe I save... Yeah, maybe what I do now is I have like a Mighty Marasa with Kicker as like what I'm going to play here. I think I just pass again. I can spend a lot of mana on the enemy turn. And bringing back Adventure Awaits is like something, but I don't want to spend 5 mana on it right now. I need to stop the damage that's currently coming in. Actually, playing this would be fine. Because I get the counter. And now I have a 2/1 that can block this pretty comfortably. Alright, we made them stop attacking. That's very nice. We just go for the Adventure Awaits, I suppose? I could swing with this, planning to Might of Murasa it if they block. Or swing with both. I don't really want to swing with both. Because it leaves me a little open to them just not blocking and then counterattacking. I think just the 2/1 is enough. I actually don't even need Mighty Murasa. I can just Spell Shield as the kicker ability. And then have enough mana left to play Adventure Awaits quite comfortably. Okay, they're just going to let me do the damage. That's fine. Negate, all right. I will wait patiently then. Don't want to play this without kicking it, I don't think. And I don't want to kick it until I've kicked something else. Which would have to be Spell Shield if it were happening this turn. I'm pretty sure I can kick it for 0. Okay. Alright, well, if they're going to let me attack with a 2/1, maybe I should try this. I don't know. Yeah, I can like Mighty Murasa kicked if I get in. And then I'm doing like 11 damage. And they'll kind of have to respect my potential on the next turn. And I'll have another Mighty Murasa to attack with if necessary. So I won't be able to play anything else on this turn if that happens, but okay, I'm happy to see this. Because I can absolutely combat trick the hell out of that. Unless they're planning to use it to kill me? No. It says it still costs kicker 1. That's a little weird to me. But it didn't. It was just wrong. Okay. And now I can kick this to bring back... It's not amazing value, but I get another counter, and more importantly, I get another creature down. Because right now, like, being immediately killed is what I'm scared of. What is this? Oh no. Another 3/3 flyer. Okay. Gonna have to be a bit conservative on defense, I'm afraid. Well, okay. Ooh. A vine gecko, you say? So I think I can attack with, like, these two, maybe? Or no, I want to go in with the 5/5 for sure. And this, again, still seems fine. I'm leaving back enough to block. And I believe a spell shield is enough on defense if I need to. Opponent's hand is empty. This seems like an outrageously bad block. Because any kicker spell I have, and you just instantly lose. Okay. Well, it felt pretty stupid just sitting there with 5 combat spells in my combat tricks in my hand that I had trouble using. But eventually I forced the issue and realized I could just like start attacking with creatures and then make the combat tricks useful. So we got a win. Like, I guess opponent couldn't see that I had any kickers in my hand, and so maybe they thought they could get away with that blocking on my gecko. Maybe more like they thought they had to get away with it or else definitely lose, and so they gambled knowing it would probably not work, but it was better than not even trying. Seems possible. I like that I have a gecko here, obviously. Blue. And a utility knife, okay. It's a squid! Do I want to attack with this, actually? I think I need to be the one pushing aggressively, right? Maybe not. They're also blue-green? I'm just like, do I just cast a spell shield for nothing to put a counter on this? It seemed a little bit stupid, but I don't know, let's do it. Maybe they'll block, that would be amazing for me. No. Okay. Well, let's just get a counter going. Gotta curve out, even if it's stupid. Why did it only... Oh, right. Vine Gecko makes it cheaper. Right. Ooh. I wish I had one of those. Now, this would cost 3 to cast Kicked. I think I'm just going to sit here, not attack. Because if I want to attack into the Riptide, I want to make sure I can at least kick this. Casting it unkicked would win the combat, but I don't want to do that when I have 2 geckos on the board. I want to make the most out of my kickers. It's really lucky to have drawn both geckos so early in both games. I cast this before declaring blockers, so that in case opponent counters it, I'm not having to block. And now that I'm hexproof, the block should be fine. I don't think I'll cast Mighty Marasa to get in some damage. Although 7, 12... It would be 14 if they didn't block. If they do block like this, though, I'll Mighty Marasa here to get in the face damage while putting on a counter for lethal. Although... Maybe I should put it on my creature that's being blocked with in case... Oh no, they can't kick anything for 1. So this won't activate for sure. Yeah, these geckos are pretty bonkers. Please don't. Oh, Adventure Awaits is fine. That's desperation. They need any creature to not die. But a creature they can play for 3 will probably only delay the inevitable. Okay. Yeah, I think we win this one. I mean, playing this kicked for 5 seems pretty good. Gets in some extra damage to do it now. Well, I mean, I said it was a bad deck, and I still think it is. But if you draw this well, it does work pretty well occasionally. I don't think we can count on this continuing to happen. Anyway, this will be game over here. Even if they block both of these, the flyer gets in. Well, let's just play another one of these to make them feel bad. There we go, we did it. We forced them to concede. Well, 2-0. As I said, I don't think we can rely on performance like this at all. But it's nice to be at least piloting it reasonably well, I guess. It's hard to tell if that's really even what's happening, or if I'm just getting lucky and then making the obvious plays. I think I'm doing a better job, though, of like catching in damage as opposed to like always trying to play for value. This hand is not amazing, but with a land here, it's sort of fine. Okay, the gecko helps a lot. It's actually like a great hand now, I think. I'd like some blue, but that can wait. Now I've got the gecko into... I'm not sure what exactly. Oh no. Okay, well, you know, opponent is threatening. I think I play the Skyclave Sentinel on 3, and then I put a counter on it with the Survivor. So that it's allowed to attack, and also it becomes a 3-4, which this guy kind of hates. Problem is, in the meantime, I'll have taken like 6 more damage. Is that right? 6? 8? And also it's not good enough anymore to actually kill it. If it's a 3-4, it just dies, so that's not so great anymore, I think. I need a different plan, which maybe involves putting the counters on this. Not really sure what counters on that accomplishes. What I really need is Might of Marasa, and I don't have any way to get it. I think, though, that just following up with a 3-mana card is the best I can do right now. Maybe I just play a 3-mana 3-3. And then I can put a counter on it to make it a 4-4. And that can trade with the Brushfire Elemental, hopefully, before it gets too out of hand. I feel behind in this game, clearly, in case that was not... Oh, what? Black? Okay, they're a counters deck as well, I guess? That makes this card make a little bit more sense in retrospect. Keeping red open. What 1-mana red spells are there in this format even? Also, why did you put a counter on that? Maybe so I can't attack with my gecko anymore or something? I don't know. Oh, okay. That makes sense. You want to start attacking with it and get even more unblockable stuff. Oh my god. I think we're really dead here. I don't know. I mean... Now... My 4-4 is stopping this 4 damage from getting in, and so they're only getting in 2 per turn. maybe I can... I don't have any way to deal with this, in fact. Oh, they're just going to lose it? Really? Oh, I see. They're going to make this unblockable and then buff it. So they don't have to rely on this 2 or less stuff. Okay. That's pretty good, too. I'll be dead in a few turns, and there's not much I can do about it. I guess go all face. It's not going to work. Really? Didn't want to do... Oh. Those are lands. I didn't realize they were going onto the battlefield. Alright, well, I mean... I don't like that. I don't know. Maybe like the hypothetically optimal thing to do is to block here to get rid of 6 damage while I can, because on future turns they'll be making it unblockable and getting in 4, but I won't be able to block those. Yeah. Alright, well, you know what they say, adventure awaits. Okay. I mean, I don't have any way to deal with this at all. Even if they never draw another land, I'm dead. Yeah, let's get out of here. Yeah, so I guess something I didn't really realize so much about this deck is that we're more aggressive than I thought. We kind of have to be a tempo deck, right? We have no ways to stop stuff that's damaging me, except by like fighting it in combat. I have no actual removal. I just have creatures and combat tricks. So I could look for some of those, I suppose. Another thing I could do is, since my curve is so low, I could cut a land. But again, all this stuff wants to be kicked, and I don't always get so lucky as to draw 2 vine geckos and play the kick stuff for 4 or whatever. So, like, if I'm cutting anything, it actually seems like maybe it should be the Stomper, as, like, if we get to 6 mana, we're kind of in bad shape. And then I could put in a Broken Wings or something instead. It seems like sacrilegious, practically. But at least I have a little bit of targeted removal. Even though it can't hit a lot of creatures. It can hit the flyers, which are the things that are really maybe... I don't know. Unblockable is a bigger problem than flyer. And maybe I'm overreacting to this one unblockable thing I ran into. But also, like, a Broken Wings with 3 Royal Mages, I might be able to play it several times. So putting that in, whereas the Stomper I could definitely only play once, right? So putting that in the deck in some ways increases my flexibility. Oh, what? What is with this, like, 0 islands? I have 8 and 8, and last game I drew, like, 4 forests. Maybe just, you know, it was 4. And no islands. And here I am drawing 3 forests and no islands. I mean, last game one of them wasn't a forest, it was like a dual-faced land card. Okay, here we go. We have the gecko again, by the way. It just seems absolutely disgusting how often I'm drawing this guy. No attacks. You didn't want to trade it for my 2/2 big threat thing? So this is 5 to play with kicker. I could wait. But there's actually not going to be anything... Well, yeah, there won't be anything to bring back anyway, so it would just be for the counter. I think a 2/1 is more important than that. Isn't it? Yeah, plus I'm going to Zendikon some of my land, so I'm kind of like anti-curving myself. So I don't want to wait for this. Let's just get a 2/1 on the board. I'm happy to see them committing to their flyer because I have both the Elemental and a Zendikon that can deal with flyers. And it really synergizes kind of neatly with Flash because you can block with it and then still tap it to play a creature. Although I'm not sure I should. I kind of want to be the aggressor here. Uh-oh. It's a little scary. Huh. Well, I don't think we want to attack. This becoming a 3/3 is going to be an issue. I guess I can just throw both of these at it. I don't like it, but... I could attack with my 2/1, but then I can't deal with this once it becomes a 3/3. I assume they attack with everything. And I want to... block this? No, they attack with just these two. I block this. And then sack my land to kill the Death Touch, I guess? No, I sack both of these. I'm not sure yet. But at any rate, I'm not doing any attacks this turn. Okay, let's tap it to get some use out of it first. Means my land is less of a surprise, but... it's still useful. Ooh, they didn't attack. That's interesting. Well, now this is the only thing I have that can block flyers. And I don't want them to ever get a chance to make this bigger than... like, if I let them attack with both of these and then this lives, that would be really sad. I think I can attack with my 2/1 at this point? No. Because then when they attack with everything, this will not be counterable easily. I can block the 2/2 here and then Spell Shield. And then this will only grow once. I think it's fine. I really do need to get in some damage or I'm never going to win, I think. I think I'm never going to win regardless. But this, getting a little chip damage seems to improve my position, I think. Okay. I don't really care that much about that, but they might. Maybe they're picking up some other colors they needed. Maybe they're just ramping. I don't know. Yeah, there's their blue splash. More blue, they just drew it. And a dreadworm. Okay. Dreadworm's pretty scary. Might Ross is a good pickup, actually, unsurprisingly. I could attack with the 2-1 again, and Might Marasa into the 5-4 that I assume they're blocking with. But they might just like not block and then swing with the 5-4. In that case, I still I think that's fine. I think they don't have any lands in hand, if I'm recalling correctly. There was a turn when they skipped playing land, and then they drew and played this land, right? So these should be all non-land. So it's not super likely this becomes indestructible. Let's just try to keep chipping away at them. Okay. Now is when you commit, maybe? Oh no, a counter on that is pretty scary. But I'm actually still, I think, relatively prepared. Maybe not. Okay, they're attacking with everything, of course. So, what's the plan? I can play 2 kick spells, making this a 4-4, or giving this 4 power. So I think I'll play one of them on this itself, so it's strong enough to block this. I put this here, and I let them get in for 8, but I kill several of their creatures. And I take away their source of counters. Now, what to attack with? Anything? The problem is now, if they ever draw a land, I can't really afford to block their 5-4. Even if they do block a land, I'm pretty sad about blocking their 5-4. So maybe that's my 2-1's job, is to chump it while I draw a good card. And my 3-3 goes here. Don't like that. I think I'm obviously quite far behind this game, in case this was not clear. That was not a useful card, and well, I mean, I'm not dead on board, but I'm not going to win this game. Yeah, maybe I should cut another land. I was just drawing so many of them, and like, I don't know. Was it a surprising amount, or just like totally normal to have that many by that point in the game? I should have checked a bit more carefully, like how far in we were. But so if I got rid of that and put in like what? The horn beetle is like extremely situational. Broken wings would have helped, actually. Could put another one of those in. But it wasn't really the fact that they had a fire that killed me. They just had creatures, and I didn't have enough creatures of my own that were useful. I think putting in another situational answer is like not really the right idea. I'll put in the horn beetle. There are situations when it can be pretty good. You know, a 5-mana 3/4 is not as good as a 6-mana 6/5 with trample, but creating 1/1s is kind of cool. And we have some counter stuff, right? MIDI driver. Huh. Ooh. I mean, if I get to 3, I can play these, but this is just so not a hand. This is a lot better. Get rid of one of my Skyclave Sentinels, I think. You only need one to block most of the time, and this is a nice like later threat to have. Black. Huh, some weird card sleeve. Green, black, there's a counter card. If they manage to kill it, I can bring it back. Something. What is this? Oh, okay. It's alternate art for the trample cat. Since I don't have any way to deal with this, I am in bad shape again. I guess Mighty Marasa kind of deals with it, if they're not expecting it. Could play this, but I want to save it for its kicker ability, I think. Okay, they're gonna let me kill that? That's great news. Bring back Might Mirasa? I don't think so. I think flashing this in is probably better right now. Because it looks like they can attack with both of these and get in some damage, and this will surprise them. I don't know. Maybe they would be scared of a combat trick, I guess, but... This game is not going as badly as I thought it would. They want the lands back. What for? This must be a landfall card here, I guess. Well, I think that means it's okay to attack with my 3/3. Since I can still deal with this and whatever landfall thing they have does not affect that outcome. Let's attack first. Is this what they just drew? I couldn't tell. Okay. The counter is kind of a disappointment to me. Do I kill off the 6/5? In exchange for both of my creatures? I don't think I do. Just pass. Oh, I can. This is it's an instant. I can put a counter on this, which is just gross. They know I have a Mighty Marasa, so I assume they'll be more careful about attacking, but maybe they feel they need to push in damage, and losing a creature to a combat trick is acceptable. I guess not. Okay. It does not have Vigilant, so keep that in mind. I think I attack with the 3/4 and then I bring in a land. To discourage them from attacking with their 3/3. It's another cat. I don't like it, obviously. Now I think I can attack with both of my flyers. I really need to push in some damage. And I have this reach thing to deal with their flyer, which otherwise would be a problem because of all the lifesteal, lifelink. Kind of wish I could draw some more non-lands, some more spells, I guess is the Magic the Gathering word for that. Oh, am I dead just to all their trample shit? I might be. I might have overextended myself there. I think I am dead. No, they can only get in for like 5. If I block these two. 6, I guess. Okay, they don't seem to have figured out how to break this stalemate. So to kick this costs 5, and to kick this costs 6. I can't do both. I could bring this back to my hand just by playing this with kicker. I could try something where I like Mighty Marasa once to attack and then bring it back later. But it wouldn't do enough damage to kill, I think. I think we just do something quiet like this. Okay, now if I bring this card back, either one of these flyers getting through threatens lethal. Although I guess it won't because they'll get lifelink from blocking the other. I want to have this available so that to really discourage them from attacking with something. They can see I have this. And it's clearly a good answer for their Kazandu Stomper, right? To make this an 8/8 or something. I think opponent's been playing a little too scared. They had a big life lead, and now they're in trouble. I think they should have made me use my combat trick at some point. It's a little scary. Where's it going? There, okay. That was a land, all right. Okay. So we want to clear this out. Like so. This is 2 damage, even if I block. So I probably shouldn't, right? Let's block here and here. And they're getting in for 7. But they're at 12 life, they're tapped out. And I can bring back a non-kicked Might of Marasa. Is that good enough? Oh, you just have to wait long enough and they concede. That's something they don't teach you in school. You gotta learn it on the streets. Ooh, that was a close one is what I mean, but I meant something more interesting. More colorful is the word I'm looking for. That was a close shave, perhaps? I don't know. I have a gecko and my 2 flyers. Seems good. Broken Wings is like, alright, I guess. I wonder which, if I would either spacebar or enter mulligan or keep. If I had to guess, spacebar would mulligan and enter would keep, but that's not something you want to play around with. Yes, hello to you too. It's a nice draw. I like this hand more or less. It's not the best hand I've ever had, but it's fine. It's getting pretty good now. Green, white. I don't really remember what the removal in this format is. But greens is mostly Broken Wings, and whites is mostly like only on creatures that are in combat, so I think this is safe to play now. They do have some stuff that's like deal damage equal to the number of creatures you control, I guess. I could play a 2/3 flyer. I think I just want to see what... Well, I just want to see what I can get next turn, figure out my plan from there. Gnarlid Colony is excellent, I think. I have some damage issues. But hopefully Mighty Marasa can resolve them. Okay, I kind of needed a land, so I'm a little annoyed that what I drew wasn't a land. This is pretty bad. Ooh, clicked outside the window there. Okay. Really need a couple lands to activate my kicker stuff. I could do this to stop some damage. I think it might be right. Like, obviously I want the gecko. No, I don't think I can do this because the gecko is letting me play this for 4 instead of 5 if I draw a land. I hate taking 6. Okay. Now I have a 4/4, which should really chill the board. That's pretty scary. I don't have any answers to that. Oh, and they're going to make 1/1s as well. All right. One more land is good. I'm probably playing this guy. I could kick back the Adventure Awaits, though. With the Royal Mage. I don't think that's a good idea. I want to be able to bring back one of these two or something with the Royal Mage. So I think we just bring back the Living Tempest. Problem is it's very, like, I don't know. I'm not really accomplishing much and they're accumulating a board. The 9 damage I've taken has really, put me on the back foot, unsurprisingly. I have to be in a very defensive posture all game, and they have better slow, grindy cards than I do, I think, at the moment. But once I get this guy down, I can maybe attack with it. And that'll be a way to start applying some pressure to them. Go ahead. What would you like to get rid of? I will decline. You drew me this spell shield, Oh, I could have actually saved that and Broken Wings this to get it back, but I wouldn't get the counters back. And also, I don't want to do that. Oh, but that meant I couldn't play the Living Tempest, which is kind of what I was planning to do that turn. Kind of annoying. Maybe I play another Vine Gecko? When did I draw this card? Why haven't I played it yet? What? Like, I had it last turn, but I floated mana for Living Tempest instead and then ended up not playing it? That's kind of funny. Okay, we keep passing. What I would really like them to do is become bold enough to attack with the Felid. Because I have a Mighty Marasa at the moment. I don't think they're going to do it this turn. Oh, really? Okay. What do they have? Practice tactics, maybe? They have wizards and warriors, basically. So I want to get this to go off before combat happens, before blocking occurs. And I need to put it on this, I think, so it can participate in blocking. I don't have enough green? Are you shitting me? Oh my god. I tapped wrong. How did that happen? What did I play last turn? It tapped 2 green. I wasn't paying attention. I should have known, because this is what I wanted to do, was play this. Okay, well, this is a lot less exciting than it could have been. Or a lot less good, anyway. Alright. I'm blocking like this rather than involving this guy so that I can involve my Might of Marasa in whatever combat trick they have. It's still, like, obviously very scary. I can hear my pulse, my heartbeat pounding in my earphones, my headphones. I'm just like, it's not clear that I'm stable at all yet. But some good things are happening, sort of. Except that I fucked up that last turn, something serious. If these had more counters, and I could have killed another one of their creatures, that would have been really great. Anyway, I'm not ready to attack yet. Am I? This shit all has trample, I guess. Even if it all got through, it's not lethal, so I guess not. Okay, they're just playing more creatures, which I think is the right idea for them. Because if I can't block everything, I'm, like, almost dead. So I would like to play... If I play only one creature, I'm not dead. I can block everything except the 1/1. But I would rather... I'd be a lot more comfortable if I could play 2 creatures. What if I played no creatures and flashed in a 3/3? How bad would that combat look for me? It's not great, but it might not be awful. I think I'd rather just play this, though. Makes my creatures quite a bit bigger and gives me something... I don't need a 6th land right now, I don't think, as much as I need a counter. Oh, now I am dead. Okay. Yep, opponent counting creatures, realizing it's true. See you later. I could have played 2 Royal Mages and survived that outcome, but I don't think I was going to win it. So, okay, 3 wins. That's a bit better than I predicted for the deck. I'm okay with that. not a great outcome, but it wasn't a great deck. So I think that's pretty fair. I drew fairly well in most of the games, I think. I can't complain. I guess I really am, though, pretty annoyed. Get out of here. Pretty annoyed about tapping wrong there. That's something that I like. Go away. How do I? It's like I'm a new account, but I'm not that new. Come on. I don't know. I could turn off auto tap to make myself think about how I'm tapping all the time, but I don't want to do that. Do I? Probably not, right? It's just like such a nuisance. Maybe I should. I'll at least on this account. I'll turn off auto tap. Is that not an option? I don't understand. Auto assign combat damage? Oh, let's hide alternate art styles. I didn't know you could do that. You can disable emotes, which whatever. Show phases? Okay, I don't know. Gameplay warnings I do appreciate. So how do you not auto tap? I don't understand. Editable in match. Ah, so in a match you can say I don't want auto tap this game. I know you can like tap separately if you want, and I've done that on occasion. Anyway, whatever. We can stop talking about that now. Hope you guys enjoyed this run. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.